Hello, everybody, and welcome to Vinyl Treasures. I'm your host, Johnny G. John Galindo, coming to you live each and every Wednesday, right here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on the YouTube stream. I want to welcome you to the October 30th, 2024 Vinyl Treasure Show. Just one more day in this month, Halloween tomorrow. So this is, well, it's not really a Halloween show. I guess we can call it a pre-Halloween show, but thank you all for being here. This is the All 60s edition where I spin my soul 45s, although sometimes we have some other tunes that we feature here on the All 60s edition. And we opened up tonight with a request, actually a request for Fire Soul. This group out of the UK, the backing band for UK singer Cliff Richard, known as The Shadows, and their first U.S. release was back in 1959 as The Drifters, recorded for the Capitol record label. And then with their next release on Capitol, they changed their name to the Four Jets. I guess that was like too close to maybe the Atlantic Drifters, probably. But anyway, this was their second of two on ABC Paramount. This song first done by UK guitarist Bert Whedon, and it was released here in the United States on Top Rank Records back in 1960, July of 60. This version from August of 60. The song, of course, many of you mentioned it in the chat room, Apache, big hit in the UK, and of course, many of you I'm sure know the Jordan Ingman's version of this on the Atco record label from November 1960, big number 2 national hit for him. But this one from August 1960, The Shadows on ABC Paramount, song entitled Apache. This is for Fire Soul. Let's get to the soul music now here for a Wednesday evening. Thank you all for being here. Those of you on Oldies and More Radio, also live on YouTube. If you're new to the program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. You don't have to subscribe to watch the show, though, so you don't have to open up an account or anything. You can just watch, as many do. But let's open up the vocal portion here as we head out to Detroit, Michigan with this group called the Seminoles. And they had earlier releases on the Go G, Checkmate, and Highlight labels in late 1962. And the lead singer of the group, his name was Joey Finazzo. He would leave the group, and he was replaced by a new lead singer. His name was Sal Prado, and they would change their name to the Embers. And this song released first on the Act 1 label, but then the record went nowhere. The group still tried to shop it around. They said, I think we have a hit here. And it would get picked up by a label called Midtown Records, and this time they said, well, you know what, maybe nobody knows us as the Embers, let's change our name back to the Seminoles. So that's what they did on this release. I have both releases, but this is the Seminoles release on the Midtown label. It's a tad shorter than that first release, but it has better fidelity. So let's go to April of 1965. These are the Seminoles with Sal Prado on lead. I have it on Midtown. It's called You Can Lump It.
And my love for you is gone. And if you don't like it,
Yeah, that's what they used. That's what they used to tell you. If they used to tell you scram, beat it. Well, you can go, you can lump it. That's the Seminoles there. April 1965 release, featured it on the Midtown record label. That's Sal Prado on lead. You Can Lump It is the name of the tune. It got quite a few requests tonight, and I think I got like 37 requests for tonight's show. But let's start her off here with this one for listener Emnon. He requested both sides of this 45. This gal originally from Oakland, California, but moved to Chicago, Illinois. First recording for the Special Agent label back in 1966 as Barbara Allen. She then signed with Brunswick Records in 1967. She had 13 releases on the Brunswick label through 1973. Now, Emnon requested her third, a tune written by Eugene Record, William Sanders, Carl Davis, and Gerald Sims. I think this was her biggest hit. This one charted number 16 on Cashbox, 15 on Billboard, number 3 on the R&B chart, and a big number 1 record here in New York City on WWRL from May 68. Miss Barbara Acklin. Barbara Acklin on Brunswick for Emnon. It's called Love Makes a Woman. That's the great sound of Barbara Acklin. Barbara Acklin, May 1968. That's her, what did I say? Her third of 13 for the Brunswick record label, Love Makes a Woman. And by request by listener Emnon. Emnon also requested the flip side of the 45. So we're going to do that. We're going to flip the 45 over, give a listen to the B side of the record here, if any of you have ever heard this side. So there we go, lined it up. And this side features a vocal group backing her up. This tune written by Eugene Record. I think the Shy Lights would back her up on a number of her sessions, so I think the highlights are on this one here from May of 68, the flip side of Love Makes a Woman, Barbara Acklin. Her tune is called Come and See Me Baby. This is for Amnon.
If I ever get a hold, I'll never let you go. So come and see me, baby. It's more than a notion to control my emotions. Won't you come and see me, baby? The moment I turn my back, you slip right on away. But the moment I lay eyes on you, I'll never fade, I'll never let it out. And if you really care, in your heart anywhere, yeah, come and see me, baby. Now that I've paid for mistakes that I've made, won't you come and see me, baby? Though you're bashful, sort of shy, you have that look in your eyes, that certain look I can't explain, the kind of look that kills all my love. I just wanna show you just how much I need you. Won't you come and see me? I will never hurt you, never desert you. Won't you come and see me? Though I cry tears of sorrow, I'll keep looking up for tomorrow. As long as you're in my heart, we'll find a place to make a brand new start. Come and see me, baby. You just have to come and see
As B-sides here on the All 60s edition, that's Barbara Acklin. That's the flip side of Love Makes a Woman, Come and See Me. That's her third release on the Brunswick label from May 1968 by request for listener Amnon. Let us continue here. Stay in Chicago now, this time on Leo Austrell and Bob Lee's Renee record label, although this singer first recorded for Keldon Records back in 1963, and this was his very next release. His real name was James Bartley, originally from Manitowoc. Who's from Wisconsin? Manitowoc. Manitowoc. Manitowoc, Wisconsin. But he recorded as James Bryant. This is from December of 1964. Let's give a listen to James Bryant on Renee Records. It's called Hey There, You Girl. James Bryant.
So neat, your ruby red lips that look so sweet. And hey there, you girl, you're the girl I wanna meet. Hey there, girl, looking oh so fine. The weekend is come and then it sure wouldn't be fine. We had a little date and wouldn't have to be late. And then show them that my loving is true. so sweet and hey there you girl, you're the girl I wanna meet. Hey there girl, that's the way it must be, a true, true loving for eternity. And then we'll show them that my loving is true, yeah true, show them that my loving is true. Well you know, show them that my loving is true, yeah true.
That's December 64 release there for James Bryant. James Bryant on the Renee record label out of Chicago. Hey There You Girl. I think he had one more single on the Parrot label as James Bryant and the Critters. Johnny G is your disc jockey for a Wednesday evening. Thank you all for being here. If you like what you're hearing, please give me a thumbs up. Tell your friends about the Vinyltreasure show, the first show of the week, although this week only 2 shows. I'll be back Saturday night beginning at 9 p.m. right here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on the YouTube with the visual. And let's fill a request for listener David Silberg in our YouTube chat room. This group, they hail from Akron, Ohio, first recording as the Supremes back in 1960 for ABC Paramount Records, a male group. But they would add a female to the group, her name Ruby Nash. They signed with Cap Records in late 1962. They had 13 releases through 1967. Their debut single was their biggest hit, a song called Our Day Will Come. And that was the group's biggest hit, #1 on the Billboard National Chart. But David requested the B-side of the 45, and this did chart also. This was number 55 on WLAN in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We go to November of 1962. That's the release date for Ruby and the Romantics. On Cap Records, Ruby Nash on lead. It's called Moonlight and Music.
My love is gone.
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go. That one there by request for listener David Silberg in our YouTube chat. And that's the flip side of Our Day Will Come. That's Ruby Nash, Ruby and the Romantics. Their debut single on the Cap record label from November 62, Moonlight and Music. You know, I did, when they had that, what was it, the Red Moon? Was it a number of years ago? I forget. I did a show with Moon in the title, or the groups related to Moon, something lunar. Anyway, but there you go. That's one of them. Let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's fill a request for listener George Chestnut. This group first recorded as the El Rays. That was back in 1954. That's on the Checker record label. That's a rare 45. Have played that on the Saturday night show. But then they signed with VJ Records as the Dells. Their recordings spanned over, I think, 4 decades? Almost over 4 decades. I think their last single was in 1991. Now, after VJ Records, they ended up on Argo, which then became Cadet Records. Now, George requested the group's 6th single on the Cadet label. This was their follow-up to a song, There Is, which was sort of a kind of a hit for them. And this tune, written and produced by Bobby Miller, this charted number 44 on Billboard, 41 on Cashbox, 27 on the Billboard R&B chart, but a big number 1 record on WINW in Canton, Ohio. This features Marvin Jr. on lead. This is going out to George Chestnut, March 1968. Let's give a listen to the Dells. The Dells on Cadet. It's called Wear It on Your Face. This is for George. That's the great sound of the Dells there by request for listener George Chestnut. March 68 release on the Cadet record label. Wear It on Your Face is the name of the tune. And Johnny G's face is getting thinner, although I don't... almost lost 40 pounds, folks, on the Weight Watchers diet, so I'm not going to complain. I feel a lot better, although my knees still hurt, but not as bad, so I can manage it as we continue here for a Wednesday evening. Thank you all for being here. If you're new to the program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and tell your friends about it. Let's fill a request now for listener Bill Olb in New Jersey. Bill Olb was here on October 17th with his third gospel special, and he'll be back sometime in the beginning of next year for his fourth special. Plus working on some other things here for the Vinyl Treasure show. But he requested this group originally from Washington, D.C., but they headed to Philadelphia to find fame and fortune. Now, they recorded for Buddy Caldwell's V-Tone record label. That was back in 1960. In 62, they had a release on the local Philly Guidon label. Then two more on Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff's Gamble label. This was their first, produced by Gamble and Huff. It features Eugene Williams on lead. This charted regionally number 8 on WWIN in Baltimore, Maryland. It's going out to listener Bill Olb, June 1967. Let's give a listen to the Cruisers. The Cruisers on Gamble Records. It's called I Need You So. This is for Bill.
I need you so, girl. I don't want you to go, girl. I don't want you to go, girl. Won't you please wait? It's not too late. Don't leave me now. Don't leave me now. It's not the first time. But it's the last time. Please don't be mad. It makes me sad. Don't leave me now. Don't leave me now. Listen to me, darling. Stars rain, teardrops mine. Got me down on my knees, darling. Now you should know. I need you so. I don't want you to go, girl. Won't you please wait? Won't you please wait? 'Cause it's not too late. Don't leave me now.
As June 1967 release there for the Cruisers. That's their first of two on the Gamble record label out of Philadelphia. That's by request for listener Bill Olb in New Jersey. I Need You So. That's Eugene Williams on lead. Let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Here's a request for listener Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. This gal originally from Los Angeles, California. She was discovered by Johnny Otis when she was just 14 years old. Now, her real name was Jamesetta Hawkins, but she recorded as Etta James. First recording for the Modern record label. Her big hit was her debut single, a song called The Wallflower. That was back in 1955. After leaving the Bahari Brothers in 1960, she recorded a duet with Harvey Fuqua for the Chess record label. Actually, I think she did two with Harvey on the Chess record label. Then moved over to the sister label Argo Records for 19 releases through 1965. I mentioned before with that Dells that Argo became Cadet Records. Had another 14 releases on Cadet Records. Now Busta requested her sixth. This song written by Clarence Carter, who recorded this first as Tell Daddy in November of 1966, came out on the Fame record label. But this one released in October of 1967. This is produced and arranged by Rick Hall, charted number 27 on Cashbox, 23 on Billboard, number 10 on the R&B chart, and a big number one record on KATZ in St. Louis, Missouri. We go to October 1967. This is Etta James. Etta James for Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. It's called Tell Mama for Busta. That's by request for Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room there. The Miss Etta James. Etta James from October 1967 on the Cadet record label. That is, I guess, the female cover of the Clarence Carter tune Tell Daddy, song entitled Tell Mama. And I tell my mom, I hope she's tuned into the program down there. Everything okay, Ma? Just call me on my cell phone if there is an issue here. Johnny G is your disc jockey for a Wednesday evening right here on YouTube, also live on Oldies and More Radio. Thank you all for being here, and hope you're digging on the cool tunes here. If you are, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to click that bell. You want all notifications. Hit that drop down to do that. Let us continue here. Let's go to Harlem, New York now for this request for listener Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat. I really like this tune, I do, by this group. It's the group's debut single, came out on Joe Evans' Carnival Records, a tune written by Ronald McCoy. He was a member of a group called The Topics that also recorded for the Carnival label. I have featured their records here on the Soul Show, but this is their first of 6 for Carnival, charted number 41 on the R&B chart, a big number 6 record on WJMO out of Cleveland, Ohio. We go to October of 1966. This is Lee Williams and the Cymbals on the Carnival label. This is for Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat room. It's called I Love You More.
Kiss you, to want to hug you, one heart that needs you, one mind that believes in you, 'cause I love you more than anybody's ever loved anyone. Anyone, baby, Romeo and Juliet, hello, the world won't forget, but our love will last longer, simply because it's made stronger, 'cause I love you more than anybody's ever loved anyone, baby, through thick and thin, and our love will make it. There's nothing in this world strong enough to change it, 'cause I love you more than anybody's ever loved anyone, baby, our love will last longer than the sun and the stars, baby, my baby, little darling. Our love will last much longer, simply because it made stronger. Our love will last longer than the sun and stars, baby, and that means forever, darling.
That's a nice record, I have to say. There you go, Lee Williams and the Cymbals, October 66. That's their first of 6 on the Carnival record label. That's by request for Frank Chingaro. I Love You More is the name of the tune. What a great soul record that is. Thank you for requesting that, Frank. It's Lee Williams. I like Lee Williams and the Cymbals. They got some great sounds. A lot of good records on the Carnival record label. Of course, Frank Chingaro, he is one of the co-hosts of the Rhythm and Blues Serenade. Frank Chingaro and Gordon Skagberg, they do it every Sunday beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 to 6. On Hofstra Radio, that's out of WRHU FM 88.7 on your dial. Also streaming live on WRHU.org. They will not be on this weekend, and they are preempted with I think the Islanders game, but they will be back next Sunday, and they feature 1950s and early 60s rhythm and blues vocal groups. So if you like on original 45 and 78, so if you like those sounds, as the same that Johnny G does on a Saturday night, tune into the R&B Serenade with Frank and Gordon. It's on WRHU FM 88.7. Thank you all for being here and listening to the cool tunes. Again, if you're new to the program, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's go to this girl group trio out of New Brunswick, New Jersey. Now, this group included, well, actually, there's not. I said trio. It's not. It's a quartet. It included three sisters, Antoinette, that was, I guess Antoinette quote, Tony, like my sister's name. My sister's name is Tony. Joyce and Phyllis Statement, and the lead singer on this, her name is Mary Bivens Perry. Collectively, they were known as the Contessas. Now, this is not the same group that recorded for the E label. I think it's called E Records. This is a big giant E on the label. But this is on a label called WGW, which is out of Somerville, New Jersey. And there are kind of two presses of this. The true first press is on like a darkish blue label, which I have somewhere down in the no humidity basement. But I found this, the second, which is like on a powder blue label, light powder blue, but that's supposedly the second. But let's go to April of 68 for the Contessas on the WGW label. It's called It's Time for Crying, the Contessas. There you go, a group called the Contessas here. Hold on a second here, Johnny, she getting discombobulated here. I'm looking for Charlene. What'd I do with the it's on the flip side here. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Those that girl group there, the Contessas, April 1968. That's on the WGW record label. It's Time for Crying is the name of the tune, and that I featured that on the second press. Yes, I did. Let us continue here in the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's go to let's fill a request for listener Mark Knowles. I don't know if Mark is tuned into the program. He's usually listening this early hour in the UK, as he asked for this singer out of Buffalo, New York. Started recording back in 1963 for Imperial Records. After his second release on Imperial, he had this release on the Phillips label. It's a song he wrote. His real name was Louis Russell Pegas. I said it right, Pegas, but he recorded as Lou Courtney. Now, this is from April of 1965. Lou Courtney on the Phillips label. This is for Mark Knowles. It's called I Watched You Slowly Slip Away. Lou Courtney.
Girl said I watched you slowly slip away. Yeah, I watched you slowly slip away. Oh, you used to stand and watch the fellas playing ball in the park. Hey, and I watched you turn your back on each little fresh remark. But oh, I was a fool 'cause I couldn't see. Yeah, you were standing
That's April 65 release. Yeah, that's going out to Mark Knowles in the UK, also in our YouTube chat room at this early hour over in the UK. That's a Lou Courtney there on Phillips Records. I Watched You Slowly Slip Away is the name of the tune. After this release, I think he recorded for Riverside. I think that was in 1966. I think I played Hey Joyce last week. Who requested that? Busta Bass, I think, recorded Hey Joyce, I think. But also has releases on Verve and Buddha and Epic and a couple other labels there. Johnny G here on a Wednesday as we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's fill another request, this time for David Silberg in our YouTube chat room. This singer from Memphis, Tennessee, first recorded with the vocal group back in the 1950s. They were called the Del Rios. They have a cool release on the Meteor record label, and then later they recorded for Stax Records, and he would go solo in the fall of 1961. He would have 32 releases for Stax Records through 1974. His real name is William Yarborough, but you know him as William Bell. Now, David requested his 19th release for the Stax label. It's a song he wrote together with Booker T. Jones. This charted number 45 on Billboard, 36 on Cashbox, number 10 on the Billboard R&B chart, and a big number 3 record if you were listening to WOOK in Washington, D.C. We go to November of 1968 for William Bell. William Bell on Stax for David Silberg. It's called I Forgot to Be Your Lover. This is for David. Excuse the pops, the pops on this 45, but beggars can't be choosy.
Have I told you lately that I love you? Well, if I didn't, darling, I'm sorry. Did I reach out and hold you in my loving arms? Oh, when you needed me. Now I realize that you need love too, and I'll spend my life making up to you. Oh, I forgot to be your lover, and I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Have I taken the time to share with you all the burdens that lovers bear? And have I done the little simple things to show you just how much I care? Oh, I've been working for you, doing all I can, but work all the time didn't make me a man. Oh, I forgot to be your lover, and I'm sorry, I'll make it up to you somehow, baby. I forgot to be your lover, gonna make it up to you somehow. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I forgot to be your lover.
Yeah, liking that one there in the YouTube chat room there. That's Mr. William Bell. William Bell for November 1968 on the Stax record label. That's by request for David Silberg in our YouTube chat room. That's his 16th release on the Stax label. I Forgot to Be Your Lover is the name of the tune. Let's continue with the request, this time For Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. This group is out of San Francisco, California. You may know their signature song from 1968, a cover of the Gene Chandler tune called God Bless Our Love. Came out on the Venture record label, but this is their debut single. This first came out on the local WEE Records, WEE Records, which was out of San Francisco, California. That was October 1965. It would get picked up by VJ Records in December, and that's how I have it. It features Leslie La Palma on lead. This charted number 16 on WBEE. If you were listening in Chicago, Illinois, we go to December of 65 by request for Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. These are the Ballads on VJ. It's called I Can't See Your Love, parentheses, for the tears in my eyes. The Ballads for Chris.
Tell me what you see. Do you see the love you used to have for me? I can say the same thing. Darling, it's a darn shame. So many lies, so many cries. I can see your love, tears in my eyes. A dark shade. So many lies, so many cries. Can't see your love, the tears in my eyes. Goodbye, baby. So long, my sweet baby. Don't escape me. With the apple we're willing, I'll find love. I'll find new love. I can't see your love. Can't see it, baby. Can't see your love. No, I can't see your love. Have mercy. Can't see your love. Can't see your love. Lord, I do. Can't see your love. Have mercy. Can't see your love. Can't see your love. Come on, can't see your love. I'm flying to the back, can't see your love. And I'm weak also, can't see your love. Lord have mercy, can't see your love. Can't see your love.
That's December 65 release for the Ballads. That's their debut single. Came out on the VJ record label, requested by Chris Reed. I Can't See Your Love, parentheses, for the tears in your eyes. That's actually part one. There is part two on the flip side. Now, it's great finding records like that for $1 from my Group Harmony dealers that I used to deal with. So they said, Johnny G, you want some records from the 1960s? I don't really think much of these, but they're all for $1. And that one turned up in there. That's a cool tune for $1. Johnny G is your Wednesday night disc jockey right here on Oldies and More Radio. And I have to read this thing for Oldies, those of you that are tuned in on the Oldies and More Radio Network. This is actually because I think I'm the only one on Oldies and More that does plays real records. I think everybody else is on the MP3 file. So I want to read this. Well, they have like these things to play every hour, but I can read it, and I got to thank Cosmo for typing this up. So, and this is actually words from Joey T. He's the general manager of Oldies and More Radio. Now, he says Oldies and More Radio brings you the best in rock, pop, doo-wop, Motown, and soul from the 50s through the 1970s, and it's that time of the year that they're asking for your support. Since we are entirely supported by you, our listeners, all the disc jockeys and staff volunteer their time. Now, our only source of support is from the listeners. Now, donations pay for the fees of the music we play, along with our website, chat room, hosting, and rental of our radio server. We've made it easy for you to donate by going to www.oldiesinmoreradio.com and click on the Support Us tab, and then click on Donate. You'll have a choice to donate with your major credit card, debit card, or with PayPal. Now, PayPal makes it easy to donate with your debit or major credit card as well as with your banking account. And we thank you all so much for your continued support of the Oldies and More Radio. So those of you that tune in on Oldies and More Radio, please do that and tell them that you are support of Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show. That's a good thing to do. As a thank you all. And thank you all for being here, those of you on Oldies and More and also live on the YouTube stream. So let us continue here. Let's fill a request this time for Edmund Williams in Queens, New York. This group is an offshoot of the Robins. Like in 1956, the group kind of split. There might have been a little bit of a rift between Gaynell Hodge and Carl Gardner, as Gaynell remained with the Robins, and Carl went on to record with other members. I think Lieber and Stoller also left. They went signed with Atlantic Records, and Carl Gardner teamed up with Bobby Nunn, Leon Hughes, and Billy Guy back in 1956 to form the Coasters. They signed with Atco Records in 1956, but after leaving Atco in 1966, after 10 years, they signed with the Date label in 1967. That's Date Records, a subsidiary of Columbia or CBS Records. And at that time, the group included Carl Garner, Billy Guy, Earl Carroll of the Cadillacs, and Will Dub Jones. He previously was the bass of the Jacks, a member of the Coasters at this time. Now, Edmund requested their first of 3 on the Date label. This is a Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller pen tune. It features Carl Gardner on lead. This charted regionally. This was number 23 on WBEE in Chicago, Illinois. Of course, we're going to play the flip side of this for Edmund, but let's give a listen to this side first. April 67, the Coasters on Date. It's called Down Home Girl, the Coasters.
Lord, I swear the perfume you wear smell like turnip greens. And every time I kiss you, child, it tastes like a pork and beans. And even though you're wearing those city powder high heel, I can tell by your giant step you've been walking through the cotton fields. Oh, you're so down home, girl. Your shoes are green, your dress is red, and your wig or hat is powder blue. But underneath all that mess, it's the same old Bessie Lou. You're sitting there in that fancy chair, drinking champagne like a movie star, when you ought to be sitting on a curbstone, sipping white lightning.
go. The sound of the Coasters there, going out to Edmund Williams in Queens, New York, April 1967 release. Down Home Girl is the name of the tune. That's Carl Gardner on lead. That's on the Date record label. Let's flip the 45 over. Because this is what we're having here. This is Johnny G's Soul Pad here for a Wednesday. There you go. Did that flip side here. So let's flip it over here for a listener, Edmund Williams in Queens, New York. This one written and produced by Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller. And again, Carl Gardner on lead from April 67, the flip side of Down Home Girl. The Coasters on Date. Their first, it's called Soul Pad, P-A-D. Soul Pad for Edmund.
Come on down. We've got this Buddhist priest sleeping in the bathtub. Teaches night school down to NYU. We've got this African queen. She paints her eyelids green. And all night long she do the boogaloo. Come on down on my soul pad. With the blue lights in the ceiling. Soul pad. You know the wall paint is peeling. Soul pad. It's a room with a feeling. Two Russian students hang out in the closet, hung up on jazz and funk. They keep some incense burning in a sardine can beneath the picture of Thelonious Monk. Come on down on my soul pad. We got prayer for kneeling. Soul pad. And if your soul needs healing, soul pad. It's a room with a feeling. This FBI agent come to see us. Said his orders were to check out the freaks. He started with the poet in the pantry, and he's been with us now about 14 weeks. Come on down to my soul pad. With the blue line in the ceiling. Soul pad. Where the wall paint is peeling. Soul pad. It's a room with a feeling. You can eat anything your heart desires, from organic rice to bagels and lox. We've got one more bowl for one more soul, and you can sleep here in this cardboard box. Come on down to my soul pad. The scene is so angelic. Soul pad. And we'll all get psychedelic. Ooh, come on down. Mother's in the kitchen. Soul pad. Well, your hungry heart is itching. Soul pad. Switching. Soul pad.
You're in Johnny G's Soul Pad here on a Wednesday evening. There you go. B-sides here on the Vinyltreasure Show. That's going out to Edmund Williams, April 67. Those are the Coasters. Carl Gardner and the Coasters on the Date label. Their first of three on Date. Soul Pad is the name of the tune. The A-side called Down Home Girl, requested by Edmund Williams. We continue with the requests here. This is my Halloween record of the night here, as requested by Oldies fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith, in our YouTube chat. This gal born Dolores Evans, she had 4 top 20 Billboard pop hits and about 18 top 20 R&B hits. Now, her two biggest were a song called Jim Dandy, and I think the other one was I Cried a Tear. In all, she had 33 releases on the Atlantic label during her career. This is her 27th release. This one produced by Phil Spector, and actually one that kind of a lot of people are looking for. And this could be our Halloween record of the week. This is for Joseph Smith, a.k.a. Oldies fan, in our YouTube chat. And we go to September of 61, Miss Laverne Baker. Laverne Baker on Atlantic Records. It's called Voodoo. This is for Joseph Smith.
I thought I was a snake, I started crawling on the ground. Thought I was a dog, I started barking like a hound. Thought I was a coyote, hollering at the moon. Stumbling and a fumbling like a flip-minded goon. He done a boo-doo-doo-doo me. He done a boo-doo-doo-doo me. Hey, just about as mixed up as a gal can be. He done a boo-boo-boo-boo-boo-doo me. If he couldn't have me all for himself, I wouldn't be any good for nobody else. I kinda think he meant every word he said. Sprinkle iggly oogly all under my bed. He done a voodoo-doo-doo me. Oh, he done a voodoo-doo-doo me. Just about as mixed up as a gal can be. He done a boo-boo-boo-boo-boo-doo me. Well, he took a little box from out of nowhere, the tube of a box and a little hunk of hair. He had a leopard spot and a neck of giraffe. He had a zebra stripe and a hyena's laugh. He done a voodoo-doo-doo me. Oh, he done a voodoo-doo-doo me. Woo! Just about as mixed up as a gal can be. He done a boo-boo-boo-boo-doo me. He done a voodoo-doo-doo me. Hey, he done a voodoo-doo-doo me. Ha 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 ha. Just about as mixed up as a gal can be. He done a boo-boo-boo-boo-doo me.
There you go. That's going out to Oldies fan in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of Laverne Baker. Laverne Baker, early side. Well, September 61, not an early side. In the 1960s. Voodoo Voodoo. It's on the Atlantic record label. That is our Halloween record of the night. I said week. It's of the night. Tomorrow's Halloween. I don't know if we're going to get anybody here on Halloween. I used to go out. I think even when I was a senior in high school, I used to get dressed up and go out for Halloween. I used to go twice. I used to take a pillowcase with me to fill it up with chocolate. That's what I used to do with my buddies. But anyway, I digress. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. My mother told me last week, she says, Johnny, you didn't see that Darren wanted to hear the flip side of his request of the Shirley Matthews tune. I didn't see it. I don't see it all. Charlene normally says, Johnny G, private I am, but sometimes she misses it too. So sometimes I don't see everything in the chat room. That's why I say that it's best if you email me. It's best if you email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That's the best thing to do to hear your requests. Because sometimes, I get so busy. I'm doing a lot of stuff, and I have no time at all to do anything nowadays. I got to go get my hair cut tomorrow. Try to, although my barber sold his business, so he said he's working 3 days a week. He better be there tomorrow because I'm not doing a 78 show. But I played... for Darren, a.k.a. Record Hound, Shirley Matthews and the Big Town Boys. Her second release for the Atlantic label. She is originally a Canadian singer. The song was called Private Property, and I think that Darren asked if you can hear the flip side, so we're going to play it for Darren tonight. This is on the Atlantic label, at least here in the States, in the U.S. I don't know, Darren, I think also on Atlantic over in Canada, possibly, but this is from March 64. This group from Harrow, Ontario, Canada. And this one written by Bob Crew, Larry Santos, produced by Bob Crew and arranged by Charlie Colello. From March 64, Shirley Matthews and the Big Town Boys on Atlantic, going out to Darren. It's called Wise Guys. Here you go. A twin spin on the Atlantic label.
Here come those wise
As by request for a record hound, a.k.a. Darren, in our YouTube chat room, that's the B-side to Private Property, the second release on Atlantic for Shirley Matthews and the Big Town Boys from March 64, called Wise Guys. You know, if you were in the Mafia, you were called the Wise Guys. You know that, too. By the way, I knew some wise guys in my history, I can tell you that. Can't talk about that, but let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. And I think Chris was just leaving the chat room, but I had a request for him up next here. So we'll play it here. I have to listen on the archive. This soul duo had some big hits for the Stax record label. You know the song. Soul Man was a big hit for them. Hold On, I'm Coming, another, but other great tunes. Hip Hugger, no, that was not them. Yeah, was that them? I'm losing my mind. But they had other releases, of course, on the Stax label. But they first recorded for Henry Stone's Marlin label back in 1961. I think also Sam Moore, half of this duo, was also in a group called The Majestics that recorded for the Marlin record label. That's a rare 45 you'll hear on the Saturday night show. But they signed with the Morris Levy's Roulette label in 1962, had 7 releases on the Roulette label. Now, Chris requested the group their 4th release. Yeah, it was Booker T and the MGs. Thank you, Michael, for that. Chris requested their 4th release, this tune written by Henry Glover and Morris Levy, the label owner. They were Sam Moore and David Prater, and you know them as Sam and Dave. This is from May of 63 by request for Chris Reed, Sam and Dave on Roulette Records. It's called You Ain't No Big Thing, Baby, Sam and Dave for Chris.
You ain't no big thing, baby, to me no more. You ain't no big thing, baby, like you were before. I gave you all of my money, you know you took every time. I must have been crazy, or either out of my mind. You ain't no big thing, baby, like a moving star. You ain't no big thing, baby, like you think you are. You had my nose wide open, but now it's closed. Somebody else is getting loving that used to be yours. I wanna tell you one more time before I go and leave you behind. You wasn't real, you wasn't true, and everything you done, I was doing it too. I said no, 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 you ain't no big thing no more. You ain't no big thing, baby, to me no more. You ain't no big thing, baby, like I said before. You thought you were pretty, like most women do, but you let imagination make a fool out of you. Oh, no big thing, baby. No big thing, baby. No big thing, baby. You ain't no big thing, baby. No, 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 no big thing, baby.
As going out to Chris Reed, he just bolted. He'll have to hear that on the archive there. That's Sam and Dave. May 1963, that's Sam Moore and Dave Prater. Sam and Dave, their 4th of 7 for Roulette Records. You Ain't No Big Thing, Baby is the name of the tune. Now, after Roulette, they would move to Stax Records. That was 1965. Then in 1968, they hopped over to Atlantic Records. I don't know how that happened, but, well, I guess because, Atlantic was distributing Stax Records, so that was like the natural progression, I guess, to go to the parent record label. Johnny, I guess, I don't know. What would be the reason why? I don't know, possibly. But anyway, I digress. Let's go back to Detroit, Michigan for the sound of the Supremes, now one of the prolific girl groups to record for Berry Gordy Jr.'s Motown label. Also the Marvelettes were another group, actually probably the first to achieve success before the Supremes, but the Supremes had more success, I would say. They would have 35 releases with Diana Ross as a member, and she would leave the group in 1969 after their release Someday We'll Be Together. And I think they sang that on the Ed Sullivan Show. Isn't that when they said their goodbye on the Ed Sullivan Show? They separated. But this is the B-side to the group's 9th release. The A-side, a cool tune, Come See About Me, is the A-side of this. But this is the flip side. It's another Holland Dozier, Holland Penn tune, again featuring Diana Ross on lead. An unusual sound for the Supremes here. I know Bill Obe likes this tune. October 1964, the Supremes on Berry Gordy Jr.'s Motown label. It's called Always in My Heart. The Supremes.
You're not around anymore, but the sound of your laughter still fills this empty place, 'cause you're always in my heart. Gone is the tender way you used to whisper how much you care, but the sound of your whisper still echoes loudly in the air, 'cause you're always in my heart. Though I've removed your picture from the wall, nothing's changed, for your image still remains in my heart. From you it can't seem to part. Though gone is your warm embrace, but your memory I can't erase, 'cause you're always in my heart. 'Cause you're always in my heart.
There you go. B-sides here on the Vinyltreasure Show. That's the flip side of Come See About Me. That's Always in My Heart, October 64. Diana Ross and the Supremes on the Motown record label, Always in My Heart. Got a twin spin here on the Motown record label. Actually, this is a request for listener Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat. He's listening down in Mexico, and was Oldies fan mentioned, and how appropriate that Eddie Holland is celebrating a birthday today. He was born October 30th, 1939. And he, of course, was part of that famous writing team, collaborating with his brother Brian and Lamont Dozier, some of the biggest hits for the Motown record label. He was not only a writer and producer, he was also a singer, had a number of releases on the Motown record label, even goes back farther as his debut single, which is a great record that I have played on my Saturday night show on the Mercury label from 1958. But here's his 7th of 10 that Adrian requested, and he co-wrote this with Norman Whitfield. It's also produced by Norman Whitfield, as we celebrate a birthday for Eddie Holland today, and it's a request for listener Adrian Viterbo, October 63. Eddie Holland on Motown, a twin spin on the Motown label. It's called I Couldn't Cry If I Wanted To. This is for Adrian.
You ask if I remember when we first met. Girl, tell me, how could I ever forget? There you are standing there, oh, with ruby lips and golden hair. Your beauty seemed to hypnotize me. I had that feeling I was no longer free. But when I asked you for a dance, you didn't even give me a chance. And it hurt me through and through. That was the first time I cried over you. You had my heart dangling like a puppet on a string. To you I meant nothing, no, 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 but to me you meant everything. Girl, you know, since then through the years, I've shed so many tears, and all because of you. I couldn't cry if I wanted to. But this time it's gonna be different, 'cause my tears you're gonna see no more. 'Cause I've cried so through the years, until I've run out of tears. And all because of you. I couldn't cry if I wanted to. So go on and hurt me. Break my heart. I couldn't cry if I couldn't cry. No, 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 no. If I wanted to. No, no, no.
There's a twin spin on the Motown label. We heard the Supremes, now we heard Eddie Holland, a great tune by him as requested by listener Adrian Viterbo, October 63. I Couldn't Cry If I Wanted To. That's his 7th of 10 on the Motown record label. Greg Zurich sold me that record. It was not a dollar record. It's either 75. I think it was 75. I paid for that 45, I think. Anyway, Johnny G is your disc jockey here on a Wednesday evening. Thank you all for being here. If you're new to the program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel as the show grows and grows and grows. Thank you all for all your requests. You can email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the contact number right here to get your requests in if I have the 45. Let's continue here. And last week I played a request for listener Edmund Williams by Jerry Butler on the Mercury record label. One of the sides was called A Brand New Me, which is a song that I like by Jerry Butler. But I like the cover of this as done by this gal, from the UK, who is my favorite UK gal singer, I have to say. And she first started recording for the Philips record label. Then she signed with Atlantic Records. She had 12 releases on the Atlantic label. This was her sixth, and it was a cover of that Jerry Butler tune that originally came out in August of 1969 on the Mercury label. Her release was from October of 1969. And what's it got here? This one, we said we knew Kenny Gamble wrote this tune. And produced by Roland Chambers and arranged by Robert Martin. This charted number 24 on the Billboard chart, number 1 on WNIO in Youngstown, Ohio. Send this one out to Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room from October 69. Dusty Springfield on Atlantic, her version of A Brand New Me. Dusty Springfield.
This is my same old car and my same old shoes. I was the same old me with the same old blues. Then you touched my life just by holding my hand. Now I look in the mirror and see brand new girl. I got a brand new walk, a brand new smile. Since I met you, baby, I got a brand new style. Just because of you, boy, just because of you. Just because of you, boy, just because of you. I got the same old friends, they got the same old sins. I tell the same old jokes, get the same old grin. But now the jokes sound new, and the laughter does too. Every day of my life is fresh as morning dew. Just because of you, boy, just because of you. Just because of you, boy, just because of you. Just because of you, boy, just because of you. I go to the same old places, see the same old faces, look at the same old skies, see them all with brand new eyes. Brand new, brand new, brand new.
There you go. That's Dusty Springfield doing the Jerry Butler tune, A Brand New Me. We'll send it out to Leonard Mancini, October 1969 on the Atlantic record label. Brand New Me. Johnny G is your brand new not a brand new DJ here. Thank you all for being here on this Wednesday eve of Halloween evening here. It's 63 degrees and mostly cloudy here in Westchester County, New York. But let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Fill a request for David Silberg. I think Mark Knowles, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the UK collectors or look for this song, or somebody was looking for this record. But I used to find that I found 2 copies of this record. I still have 2 copies of this record, but for a quarter. It wasn't a big thing. I just paid a quarter for it. I collected the Sue record label. But this singer, he's from New Brunswick, New Jersey, started recording back in 1960 for the MGM record label. I think they called him him the Black Sinatra. I think that was a name that somebody gave to him, but he had a number of releases, and I like this one here. This tune written by Rudy Clark. His name is Lovelace Watkins. Lovelace Watkins. This is by request for David Silberg, May 1964, on Juggy Murray's Sue record label. The song is called Dreams.
Always in my arms, always in my mind, always in my dreams. Oh, dreams never let me be. Oh, dreams never set me free. In these dreams I hold you tight in the still of the night, and it feels like I really am holding you tight. And in these dreams, always loving you. Oh, dreams last the whole night through. It's you, it's you, it's you. Always it seems. Always in my arms, always in my mind, always in my dreams. It's you, it's you, always it seems. Always in my arms, always in my mind, always in my dreams. Always in my dreams, always, always, every night, my love, always in my dreams.
There you go. That's by request for David Silberg in our YouTube chat room. That's May 64. Lovelace Watkins is his name. It's on the Sue label. Song entitled Dreams. It was unfortunate that we lost Lovelace Watkins on June 11th, 1995, at the age of 62. Passed away from leukemia, but we remember him here on the Vinyltreasure show. Let's continue. Here's fill a request for George Chestnut. I saw George in the chat room there. Got some requests for George tonight as we go back to Detroit. Let's go back to Berry Gordy Jr.'s Motown record label, although this group first recording for Harvey Fuqua's Tri-Fi label back in 1961. Then when I think Berry Gordy probably bought out the Tri-Fi label, and he went to work for, Harvey Fuqua went to work for Berry Gordy Jr., and all of his acts went over to the Motown label, or most of them did. This is the group's first of 7 on the Motown label, and it features Bobby Smith on lead. This tune, written and produced by Harvey Fuqua, probably was recorded for Tri-Fi Records, and then Berry Gordy Jr. put it out. This is from October 64. Let's give a listen to the Spinners. Bobby Smith and the Spinners. This is for George Chestnut on Motown Records. It's called How Can I? This is for George Chestnut.
But when I kissed her, my heart just wasn't in it. How could I go on living without you? When all I do is dream and think about you all the time. And all the
the time I spend just hating myself, fearing you might decide to fall in love with someone else. How can I? How can I? How can I? I held another and I know that you seen it. I crossed my heart and hoped to die, I didn't need it. My love for you strayed away just for a minute. But when I kissed her, my heart just wasn't in it. I deserve it, so go on and make me suffer. Oh, but this suffering gets tougher and tougher all the time. All I do is pray that you return someday, my darling, and say that you are mine. How can I held another and I know that you seen it. I crossed my heart and hoped to die, I didn't mean it. My love for you strayed away just for a minute. But when I kissed her, my heart just wasn't in it. I deserve it, so go on and make me suffer. Oh, but this suffering gets tougher and tougher all the time. And all I do is pray that you return someday, my darling, and say that you are mine. How can I? How can I? How can I?
There you go. That's going out to George Chestnut, the sound of the Spinners. That's Bobby Smith and the Spinners, October 64. That's their first of 7 on Berry Gordy Jr.'s Motown record label. How Can I is the name of the tune. Now, the flip side was requested by listener Emnon, which I think was the side that was played on the radio, if I'm not mistaken. So let's flip this 45 over. We'll listen to the flip side of this. This side, written and produced by William Stevenson. This charted number 23 on WWIN if you were listening in Baltimore, Maryland. The flip side of How Can I, that was requested by George Chestnut. This side requested by Emnon, October 64. Bobby Smith and the Spinners on Motown Records. It's called Sweet Thing for Emnon. October 64 release there for the Spinners. The Spinners on the Motown label. Sweet Thing is the name of that one. That is by request for listener M9. As Bobby Smith on lead. Their first of 7 as the copyright police show their heads here on the I see them on the screen there with that Motown record there. So there you go. So now they're going to be bothering me for the remainder of the night. And I'm telling you, what a pain. Let's see if they come out on this request here. So let's fill this request for our listener Frank Gingaro, this group out of Cincinnati, Ohio. They had a big hit in 1967, which actually their third release on the Fraternity record label. Some of you may remember a song called Then You Can Tell Me Goodbye. I think that was recorded like back in 62 originally, but released in sometime in 1967, their third release. Frank requested the B-side to their fourth release. This side written by Kenny Smith. He has some good records on the Fraternity record label, but this is from March of 67. It features Gene Hughes on lead. He also produced it from March 67. Here are the Casinos. The Casinos on Fraternity, going out to Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat room. The song is called Tailor-Made for Frank.
Tailor-made, tailor-made, made to all of my specifications, made to fit me right down to a T. Oh, she's awful nice, she's paradise. She's tailor-made. For me. Tailor-made. Tailor-made. She has such a perfect kind of love. It fits me just like a hand in a glove. Whoa, she's sweet as can be, like heaven to me. She's tailor-made. Made to fit me right down to a T. Oh, she's awful nice, she's paradise. She's tailor-made. Oh, for me. She's tailor-made. Tailor-made for me.
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go. That's the sound of the Casinos. The A-side of this was called It's All Over, a tune penned by the Everly Brothers. But that's the B-side there that Frank requested, March 67. That's Gene Hughes and the Casinos on Fraternity Records, which was out of Cincinnati, Ohio, as well as this group. Tailor-Made is the name of the tune. I used to have all my suits tailor-made, you know that, but I don't know, not now, not losing all the weight here. But let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. You know, sometimes we do the touch of the 70s here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. I know Miami Santi likes the and I don't have a problem going into the early maybe even mid 1970s, because I was buying records. I was still buying records that were coming out on the charts back then. But I think Eva, who is in our YouTube chat room, mentioned this record. At least Charlene wrote it down. I says, well, I can play this record. Although you have to understand, by 1974, a lot of the records were stereo. And the needles I use are mono needles. And so this show is basically a mono show, and I think I get phenomenal sound from my turntables. I think I do, but I probably would get a great sound also with the stereo needles. Would have to change the shell heads, but I don't know where they are, so we're gonna wing this one here. Although I do remember this record on the charts. Let me see. And this is for Eva, who just came in our chat room. This group out of Philadelphia, they had a #1 hit with their debut single on the Parkway label back in 1963 called So Much in Love, or So in Love, as some of the records say, which was their first of 8. Oh, wait. Their first of 8 for Parkway Records. Then they had some nice records on MGM. I think Leonard Mancini has requested at least one of those on the MGM label, but they have those 2 releases are pretty good. The group signed with Columbia and then RCA Records. Now, Eva requested their first of 9. Charlene, you got a different name there. Their first of 9 for the RCA record label. Now, this song, written by Christopher Mark Jackson. It's produced by Billy Jackson. He's a Philadelphia guy. Arranged by Richie Rome. I don't know if... And, of course, Billy Jackson is on lead here. Okay. Wait a minute. It features Billy Jackson, who was showing... What is this, Charlene? Showing George Williams how to sing it. And it sounded okay, and it sounded so good that Billy wound up on the lead. Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting. This charted number 12 on the Billboard chart, number 20 on the R&B chart, number 1 on WBBY in Westerville, Ohio. Let's go to July 74. July 74 on RCA Records for The Times. And this is going out to Eva in our YouTube chat room. And the song is called You Little Trust Maker, The Times. And this is supposed to be stereo, but I'm not playing it in stereo. Here you go. We'll send that one out to Eva in our YouTube chat room there. That's the sound of the times. July 1974, the summer of 1974. I remember hearing that so vividly on the radio there on the RCA record label, You Little Trustmaker, as the copyright police were not out at all. They came out now because it's probably on delay. Probably, I'd have to say. But again, I was going into my senior year of high school. It was 75, 76. Yeah, it was June of 76 that I graduated high school. But anyway, bringing back memories to your host, Johnny G, and hopefully to Eva, too, and others in the chat room. Johnny G here on a Wednesday as we continue here with more Soul 45s out of my collection. Let's go to Los Angeles. These gals originally from Los Angeles, California, recorded 2 on Marshall Lieb's March label back in 1962, and this was their last release. It came out on Parkway Records. How it ended up on Parkway, I'll never know. It's from 1964, a tune written by Henry Salvador and Leo Johns. This is actually a cover song that dates back to 1931 as done by Vesey Simmons. No, she has here, Charlene's got other things here. They're recorded as the Sequins on A&M and the Sand, that's not right, Charlene. Pipers, I think that is, not Papers. This is from March 64. The Ribbons on Parkway Records. This is French. Johnny G cannot speak French. Barbara can speak French. I can't. Melodie d'Amour. The Ribbons.
Tell him I will wait.
As March 64 release there for the Ribbons. Did I say the Ribbons or did I mess it up? The Ribbons on Parkway Records out of Philadelphia. Melody d'Amour, Melody of Love, I guess that is. Daryl translated it. There you go. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's go to this next request for David Silberg in our YouTube chat. We go to Evansville, Indiana. For this next singer, had 16 releases on Don Robey's Backbeat Records, which was out of Houston, Texas. And David requested his 9th release, and this is a cover tune. This was first done way back in 1930 by McKinney's Cotton Pickers, with a vocal of George Thomas doing the vocal on the Bluebird record label. But let's give a listen to this version as done by Joe Hinton. I played Bill O played a song by Joe, one of his early sides on the Backbeat label. I think Ladder, is it Ladder of, it wasn't Ladder of Love, Ladder of something, as I I used to have a photographic memory before COVID, then it just went kaput. But this is from January 65 by request for David Silberg, Joe Hinton on Backbeat Records. It's called I Want a Little Girl. This is for David.
To love a lot, I'd give everything that I've got for a little girl who'd fall in love with me. I'd better say it again. I want me a little girl. She may not look like the kind of a little girl you can find in a picture book, but if she can cook, she'll suit me to a T. She don't have to wave her hair, and that little girl don't have to dress in fancy clothes, and I wouldn't even care. I said I wouldn't care if she didn't wear silk and hose. I got to have me a little girl that I can call my own. It's gotta be someone that's all alone. Just a little girl who'd fall in love with me.
As Joe Hinton. Did I say his name? Johnny G messing up tonight. I'm losing my mind. January 65 release there. Joe Hinton, he had a big hit with the song Funny. You remember that. That's on Don Robey's Backbeat Records out of Houston, Texas. That's going out to David Silberg. Joe Hinton with I Want a Little Girl. Yes, as we continue here on the All 60s edition. And you all know this husband and wife duo. They are guitarist, songwriter, singer Ike Turner, and his vocalist Anna Mae Bullock, a.k.a. Tina Turner, first recording back in 1958 on the Toontown label. I Need That record, which I think is only on a 78, I think. But in 1960, they signed with Juggy Murray's Sue label. They had 17 releases on the Sue label, and I think the first hit they had, or maybe the first record, Charlene didn't know this, it was a song called A Fool in Love. And that was back in 1960. I think this is a reworking of this song. This is on the Kent record label. They recorded for a number of different labels during their career. But this is on Kent. This is their second of 3 on Kent. Written by Ike Turner. Of course, Tina Turner on lead. But I think this is a reworking of A Fool in Love. This is from November of 64. Ike and Tina Turner on Kent Records. It's called Am I a Fool in Love? Ike and Tina Turner.
Well, I stay so worried all the time. There's something keeps troubling me in the back of my mind.
Am I a fool for being in love?
I wanna know.
I've taken all that I can. What does it take to understand this man?
Sure enough,
I know I love him and I don't know why.
Tell me.
Why every time he leaves me I break down and cry.
Listen, I love him more than life itself. Don't have no feeling for nobody else. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do just to prove that my love is true. Now tell me, am
Am I a fool for being in love?
I wanna know.
Should I hurt to live in this world? I've taken all that I can. What does it take to understand this man?
Sure enough,
I know I love him and I don't
Tell me
know why. Why every time he leaves me I break down and cry.
listen, the way I love it, it's a crying shame. Couldn't stand to lose him, I would go insane. He's got something that I really need, and you can believe I'm gonna keep him clean. Now tell me, am
Am I a fool for being in love?
I wanna know.
Should I hurt to live in this world? I've taken all that I can. What does it take to understand this man?
Sure enough,
I know I love him and I don't
Tell me
know
now.
why every time he leaves me I break down and cry.
Listen, he may be cold and he might treat me mean, but he's the sweetest that I've ever seen. I just love him and I don't know why, and I'll feel this way until I die. Now tell me, am I
a fool for being in love?
I wanna know.
Should I hurt to live in this world? I've taken all that I can. What does it take to understand this man?
Sure enough,
I know I love him and I don't
Tell me
know
now.
why every time he leaves me I break down and cry.
I wanna know.
Do, do,
Yeah, I wanna know.
do, do, do,
I wanna know.
do, do, do,
Sure enough,
do, do,
tell me now.
do, do.
There you go. I think that's pretty much a reworking of A Fool in Love that she first did back in 1960. This one here released on Kent Records, and that was, I lost my place here, from November 64. Ike and Tina Turner there with the Ikeettes backing them up there. Am I a Fool in Love? Asking the question there on the Kent record label. Let's continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's fill a request for Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room, as he requested Otis Redding, who in 1960 was a member of a group called the Shooters, and I have that record. Is it on Transworld? Yeah, Transworld Records, I think. But he would sign, Otis Redding would sign with Volt Records in late 1962, had 19 releases on the Volt label. This was his 10th, a song he co-wrote together with Steve Cropper and McElvoy Robinson. Now, this charted number 85 on Billboard, number 15 on the R&B chart, and a big number 7 song on WACL in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Let's go to November of 1965, the great Otis Redding. Otis Redding on Volt by request for Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. It's called Just One More Day for Busta.
I've been missing you for so many days. I keep wanting you, Lord, in so many ways. I can't get you off of my mind. But true love is so hard to find. I want it another day. Ooh, I need it another day. Darling, let me have another day. And I can be anything that you want me to be. The sweet things you used to do to me. Lord, used to say, I can't forget those lovely days. But this is the price I'm about to pay. Ooh, I want another day, Lord. You can let me have just one more day. Ooh, I need one more day, Lord. And I will do anything that you want me to do. I will do anything that you want me to do now. Anything you want me to buy. Cherish you till the day I die. If you let me have another day. Please let me have one more day. Ooh, I want just one more day, Lord. And it could be everything that you want me to be. One more day now. You can let me have just another day now. I want this day and the day after and the day after. And I want all the day. I want all the day. I want you here. I want you here by my side. And I don't want you to leave me. And I can love you, Lord, for the rest of my life.
That's the great Otis Redding there, November 1966 release. That's by request for listener Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room there. Otis Redding on Volt Records, Just One More Day is the name of the tune here. We got a twin spin here for Busta Bass, requested Otis Redding. Now, you know, it's the such a terrible tragedy that we would lose this man in a plane crash on December 10th of 1967. The plane crashed in Lake Monona in Madison, Wisconsin during a snowstorm while en route to a concert in Madison. Now, all the crew members perished except 2 members of Otis's backup band, the Bar-Kays. Now, Otis was just 26 years old. He would never experience his number 1 record while he was alive, but it did happen later that year with a song called The Dock of the Bay, which came out on the Volt record label. But singles continued to be released on the Volt, Stax, and Atco labels through the year 1972. Now, Busta requested his 4th of 13 on the Atco record label. This charted regionally number 10 on WELK in Charlottesville, Virginia, a tune written by Otis along with Steve Cropper, produced by Steve Cropper. Let's go to November of 1968. The Copyright Police, Please Take a Hike. Okay, November 68, the great Otis Redding. This one on the Atco label, going out to Bubba Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. It's called Direct Me. Otis Redding.
I done cried a river of tears. This you may not believe, but I've been crying for 5 more years, afraid of all my fears. Love has got me now in a terrible bag. I done lost the best little woman that I've ever had. So direct me straight to my baby love. Direct me straight to my woman love. Shame on me, I made a big mistake. When I see my baby again, I'm gonna bake me a cherry cake. $10,000 reward for the first one that find her. When I get my hands on the y'all, I'm gonna just chain and bound her. Somebody direct me straight to my baby love. Direct me straight to my woman love. Ooh, if it's the share on your trail, the FBI, I know they won't fail. They can't fail. They gonna bring you back. Somebody direct me straight to my baby love. Direct me straight to that woman love. I got the feeling I wanna be her, y'all. Say I got the feeling, girl. Lord, I wanna be her now. I really do, really do, I really do. Ooh, we need you to love me now. Somebody needs to go love me now. Somebody direct me now.
That's a twin spin with the great Otis Redding there. That's by request. Both those tunes, Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. November 68 release there. Otis Redding on the Atco label. Direct Me is the name of the tune. Johnny G is directing you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Tell your friends about this show. Nobody does what Johnny G does. As we continue here, I got a girl duo up next. Now, this is their first of 2 releases on the Checker label. Now, I don't know their last names, although the writer credit are M. Whitfield, so that's probably Margaret Whitfield. She's one of the 2. The other gal, her name is Carol, but the other writer is E. Whitfield, so I don't know potentially who they are, but it is a duet here. They are Margaret and Carol. This is their first of 2 from April 64. It's on Checker Records. It's called in parentheses, it says, "He's my guy," and then it says, "Oh no, comma, he's mine." This is Margaret and Carol.
He's my guy.
Oh no, he's mine.
No need to try.
Oh no, I said he's mine.
To take him away from me.
I love him so.
We're happy as we can be.
You better go.
I saw him first.
Oh no, I saw him first.
I'm gonna take him for better
I
or worse.
saw him first.
You never have a chance with him.
But I'm his girl.
You never will romance with him.
I'm still his girl.
He's gonna take me to the dance tonight.
You see, he took me to the dance last night. How about that?
He's gonna hold me in his arms so tight.
Baby, you see, he held me in his arms last night.
You know I love that
you go. That's a duet there by Margaret and Carol, Fighting Over a Guy, I guess. April 1964, their first of two on the Checker record label. He's My Guy. Oh no, he's mine. Yes, he is. Let us continue here, and we do a touch of the 70s here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Fill a request for listener Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room. This singer from Harlem, New York, first recorded for the Vando label back in 1967. Got some great records on the Vando label. He would have a national hit with his first release. It was a song called The Sweetest Thing This Side of Heaven. But he also had releases on the Buddha label. But this is his very last single, which came out on Musicorps Records, a tune written by Richard Snyder, produced by Ralph Murphy. We go to May of 71, touch of the 70s here on the All 60s edition. This is Chris Bartley. Chris Bartley on Musicorps for Leonard Mancini. It's called Tomorrow Keeps Shining on Me for Leonard.
To never stop, building up speed ever since the top. Bumps are getting harder, more I roll, but I don't care. Don't feel it at all. Working up a sweat, trying to row up a stream. It can be as hard as building a dream, but I keep moving, moving on, laughing at heartaches till they're gone. And tomorrow keeps shining on me. A memory. Waking up at dawn 'cause I need the time for the next year.
Touch of the 70s here on the All 60s edition, May 71 there, by request for Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room. Chris Bartley, I found that in the wild for 10 cents, great record for 10 cents. That's on the Musicorps record label. Tomorrow Keeps Shining on Me is the name of the tune. Let's stay in the 1970s. Actually, I bought this 45 in Masters Department Store. This is my copy. Paid 79 cents for the record, and I played a Wilson Pickett tune last week as requested by listener Edmund Williams, and the song last week I played was A Man and a Half. That was his 18th release on the Atlantic record label. Now, when I mentioned this record that I bought in Masters, I think it was Tim Allen. You said this was one of your favorite tunes. by Wilson Pickett. So we're going to send this one out to you. This is Pickett's 27th release on the Atlantic record labels from January 71. I was in junior high school. Actually, I was seventh grade I was when I bought this record. January 71. This is Wilson Pickett on the Atlantic label. Tune written by Jerry Atkins and Victor Drayton and Johnny Belmont. And wow, more people. Reginald Turner. It's arranged by Lenny Pagluka, charted number 17 on Billboard, was a big number 2 R&B hit for him, and also was played here in New York. It was the number 1 record on WWRL. We tuned into that station. January 71, we'll send it out to Tim Allen in our YouTube chat room. Wilson Pickett on Atlantic. It's called Don't Let the Green Grass Fool Ya, Wilson Pickett.
Girl, try to remember when we didn't have no shoes. We stuck together, just me and you. It took a long time to get what we got today. Now you wanna give it all up for another guy. Baby, I'm telling you, don't let green grass fool ya. Don't let it change your mind. It's gonna be hard for me, baby, to build my life all over. But baby, you got the love that I really need. If you leave me this way, baby, you know what? I may not live to see a brand new day. Oh, baby, don't let the green grass fool ya. Don't let it change your mind. You know why? It may be greener on the other side, baby. In my arms is where you belong. Ooh, baby. Oh, don't let the green grass fool ya. Don't let it change your mind. Oh, baby, it may be greener on the other side, baby. Right in my arms, where you belong, baby. Don't let the green grass fool ya, baby. Don't let you change your mind. Don't let it fool you, baby. In my arms is where you belong, yeah.
Wow, memories for your host, Johnny G. That's January 71 release there. A Wicked Wilson Pickett on Atlantic Records. That's we'll send that one out to Tim Allen in our YouTube chat room. Don't let the green grass fool ya. As my grass is not green. We had no water here. We had some rain yesterday. We had a fire here in town. One of the restaurants on the main street burnt. It was not good. But Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening. Hope you're digging on the tunes. Those of you that are new to the program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Tell your friends about it. This is the first show of the week. No show tomorrow afternoon. Usually do a 78 show beginning at 2 p.m. That'll be next week. And then I'm back here Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for 50s and early 60s, as requested by the listeners. I had a marathon show last Saturday night. It was like 4.5 hours. I had like 85 requests for that show. But anyway, let us continue here for a Wednesday evening. And let's go back to Detroit. Let's fill a request for Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. This gal, her real name Agatha Weston, but she signed with Berry Gordy Jr.'s Tamla label in early 1963. She recorded as Kim Weston, and Adrian requested her debut single. This charted number 88 on Billboard, 65 on Cashbox, 24 on the R&B chart. This was a big number 2 record on WEBB. Is that right? In Baltimore, Maryland. A tune written by William Stevenson from February 63. This is for Adrian. Kim Weston. Kim Weston on the Tamla label. It's called Love Me All the Way. This is for Adrian. That's the debut single for Kim Weston. I like Kim. She's got great records, even on the MGM record label, too. February 63, that's going out to Adrian Viterbo, listening down in Mexico way. Kim Weston on Tamla Records, Love Me All the Way. You would think it would say Don't Stop Now, but it's Love Me All the Way. I think that's like a weird thing there. Let me just check. Yeah. I don't know why they did that. You know, you'd think they would have these songs easy to remember. A lot of times they would change the titles of the tunes. Johnny G here, spinning these Soul 45. Let's go to Houston, Texas for this next singer. This singer, songwriter, pianist, arranger, producer, and former child actor. He was on the Amos and Andy show, also the Jack Benny show, and other shows. First recorded back in 1950 at the age of 13 as Pee Wee Barnum for the Imperial record label. But you know him as H.B. Barnum, has singles on a lot of different labels: Eldo, Munreb, Ultrasonic, RCA, Capitol, and also a big producer, I think first with the OJs on some of their early things. But this is his second of 5 on the Imperial record label. This is produced by Eddie Ray from January 64. Let's give a listen to H.B. Barnum. This is on Imperial Records. The song is called Backstage. H.B. Barnum.
I wanna go backstage where the lights are bright.
Backstage, I wanna go back.
I gotta know somebody who's in real time.
Backstage, I wanna go back.
I'd feel just like a king, just standing in the wings and watching all the stars walking all around backstage.
Backstage, I wanna go back.
Every time the curtain goes up, I'll hold my breath.
Backstage, I wanna go back.
I'll sit in a front row seat with all the rest.
I wanna go back.
And when they all go home, I'm sitting there all alone. I'll climb up on the stage, I'll do my dance, I'll sing my song, I'll get my chance. And maybe someday I'll see what's going on backstage. You know I'd feel just like a king, just standing in the wings, and I'd be walking and talking and being with the stars backstage. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There you go, January 64 release there, H.B. Barnum. That's his second of 5 on the Imperial record label. Backstage is the name of the tune. Who wants to come backstage here behind Johnny G? Here at the Johnny G Studios. As we continue here on the All 60s edition, let's fill a request for listener Edmund Williams in Queens, New York. This gal, she's originally from Shreveport, Louisiana, but raised in Oakland, California, and she was discovered by Ed Townsend. You know Ed Townsend had a big hit in 1958 with a song called For Your Love, but she first recorded for the Candix label back in 1960. Her next 2 singles would come out on Zurich Records. I think this are Ciroc Records. This is Big Al Sears' label, I'm pretty sure. This is her first, and this would be her biggest hit. Now, this song written by Ed Townsend, and this was adapted from the hymn called The Love of Jesus. This was her first of 2 on Ciroc Records. This charted number 21 on Billboard, number 3 on Cashbox. 21 on Billboard and Cashbox, number 3 on the R&B chart, and a big number 1 record on KATZ. If you were listening in St. Louis, Missouri, we go to March of 1963 for Edmund Williams, Theola Kilgore. Theola Kilgore on Ciroc Records. It's called The Love of My Man. This is for Edmund Williams.
The love of my man keeps me safe
As March 1963 release there for Theola Kilgore, her first of two on the Surrock record label. That's Big Al Sears Surrock Records out of New York City. That is by request for Edmund Williams, The Look of Love. No, The Love of My Man is the name of the tune. Of course, Edmund also requested the flip side here. This is another song written and produced by Ed Townsend, arranged by Renee Hall. So let's flip this 45 over. Johnny G can do it pretty quickly here. From March 63, this is a B-side here to The Love of My Man. Theola Kilgore with I Know That He Loves Me. This is for Edmund Williams.
I know he loves me, yeah. I know he loves me, yeah. I know.
Doesn't have to hurry. If he's a little bit late, I never worry. Because I know, yes, I know, I know that he loves me. I know that he loves me. The smallest things he does, I'm always delighted. And no matter who he holds in his arms, I never get excited. Because I know that he loves me. I know that he loves me. About him, but no matter what they say, I'm never gonna doubt him. Because I know that he loves me. I know that he loves me. Yes, I know. I know that he loves me. I know that he loves me. So glad that he loves me.
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go, by request for Edmund Williams. That's the B-side to The Love of My Man, as done by Theola Kilgore, March 63, her first of two on Surrock Records out of New York City. I Know That He Loves Me is the name of the tune. I know you love Johnny G on Wednesday evening here, spinning these 45s. If you have a request, you can send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the best way to do it. And if I have the 45, I'll feature it for you. If I don't, well, maybe I'll buy it. If not, well, then there you go. We'll do something else. But let us continue here. Let's fill a request for David Silberg in our YouTube chat, for this singer born in Leesburg, Georgia, and began recording back in 1948 as a member of the Searchlight Gospel Singers. And he was signed with Epic Records in 1954. He would have like about 43 releases, I think, on the Epic label through 1962. Then in 1963, he moved over to MGM Records for 7 releases. Now, David requested his second release. This tune written and produced by Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller. This is arranged by Gary Sherman. We go to July of 1963 for Mr. Roy Hamilton. Roy Hamilton on MGM for David Silberg. It's called Midnight Town, Daybreak City. Roy Hamilton.
I was born in Midnight Town. She was born in day. boulevard. Heads start turning and eyes are staring hard, and I feel just like crying, but I'm smiling instead. Yes, I feel just like dying, 'cause my own brother said you were born in Midnight Town. She was born in Daybreak City. You say it will work somehow, but your world's apart. She may love you now, but she'll break your heart. Don't ask much, just use your eyes. Hers are blue, yours are brown. She may treat you like other guys, oh, but when the chips are down, she'll say, stay away from Daybreak City and go back to Midnight Town.
As July 63 release, they had the big sound there for Roy Hamilton. That's by request for David Silberg. Midnight Town, Daybreak City. That's the second, his second on the MGM record label. And, of course, he has other releases. In 65 signed with RCA. He's got some great records on RCA. Also, on AGP. That was later in 1969. Johnny G here. And almost in Vinyl Treasure overtime here. So let's see. Is this a rug burner? Well, this is fast, this record. This is on the Music or record label. Now, what caught my eye on this 45 was the writer, Jimmy Radcliffe, and Larry Cusick. This one produced by Aaron Schroeder. Her name it's gotta be a made-up name. How many gals do you know are named? Well, there are gals named Candy. Candy Cole. That just sounds like a made-up name, but maybe not. August 62. Candy Cole on Music or Records. Now, since Johnny G has been on the Weight Watchers diet, I have not had any desserts. I like Klondike bars. I used to eat them like after the show. I'd go down and have a Klondike bar, but not anymore. So I've almost lost 40 pounds, so I'm happy about that. But I really would like a dessert. But we'll let Candy Cole do it. August 62, Candy Cole on Music Core Records. Asking the question, what's for dessert?
What's for dessert? Mashed potatoes and a gravy, was it crazy? Yeah. What's for dessert? What's for dessert? You've been dancing me all over the floor. Now you gotta give me one thing more. Come on, make my night complete. Give me, baby, something sweet. Hey, come on, baby, something's missing on the menu, yeah. What's for dessert? What's for dessert? There's gotta be some moonlight kissing on the menu, yeah. What's for dessert? That's for dessert. Just before you gotta take me home. Find a spot where we can be alone. Kiss me with your candy lips. Be my double dip, chocolate chip, cherry flip. Whoa, yeah, what's for dessert? Whoa, yeah, what's for dessert? Park the car along a nice dark road. Give me lots of love and I'll move. Give my sweet tooth a break. Put a little icing on the cake.
Yeah, sounding like Dee Dee Sharp a little bit on that, kind of like her tune Gravy there, but well, there you go, Candy Cole. Candy Cole, August 62 release on the Music Her record label, Wets for Dessert is the name of the tune. My mother made chicken cutlets today, so I had chicken cutlets and a salad, and there was some other mixed vegetables. I don't eat that much anymore. I kind of cut down quite a bit. Let us continue here, and let's go back to Detroit, Michigan. Let's go to Berry Gordy Jr.'s Soul record label, one of his he had Tamla, Motown, and Soul records, and this is a special request for listener George Chestnut, he's in our YouTube channel. He's tuned into the program here, and this was his wife's favorite song. At least he mentions that this was his late wife's favorite song. It was unfortunate that George's wife passed away almost a year ago, a little bit over a year ago, October 7th. Of 2023, and we're sorry to hear that, George, so we'll play this in memory of your wife as you requested this song by the Originals, and this is their 7th of 17 releases. Now the members of this group were Freddie Gorman, Walter Gaines, Hank Dixon, and C.P. Spencer. This charted number 53 on Billboard, number 14 on the R&B chart, and a big number 3 record if you were listening in KQV in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, by request for George Chestnut in memory of his late wife. This is her favorite song, November 1970, the Originals with God Bless Whoever Sent You, for George Chestnut. Don't ruin my needle,
Whoever sent you, I really needed you. God bless whoever sent you, I really needed you. You're much too beautiful to be part of the human race. Whoever carved those features on your angel face. If I put you on a pedestal, girl, that's where you belong. I'm building my world around you, so please don't let me down. God bless whoever sent you, 'cause I really needed you. God bless whoever sent you, 'cause I really needed you.
Take a sinner and turn him into a saint. You took an average guy like me and made me something that I ain't. Oh, my life was like a dark cold room until you gave me your love. Now you occupy all my thoughts. Girl, you're just too much. God bless whoever sent you, 'cause I really need
Yes, November 1970 release there, the seventh release for the originals. It's on the Soul record label. God bless whoever sent you. That one they're going out to a George Chestnut there in memory of his late wife. There you go. Johnny G here on a Wednesday. As I hope I didn't mess up that needle. I hate when the needle falls off the record, especially when it's spinning. It can really mess it up, and it could screw up that record if it did break. It's very easy to break the needle. It is, because it gets caught in this mat here. But anyway, let us continue here. And Charlene's got the wrong label here for this next one. This group out of, I think they're out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I've featured this song on the original label Sonic's record, but not this side. I played the other side, because this originally came out on Sonic Records. The group included Jerry Hilton, Cleveland Martin, James Mitchell, Earl Thompson, and Richard Thompson. Collectively, they were known as the Rhythm Rascals. It says the B-side here, but I don't know if it's a B-side. But I'm playing it on Morris Levy's Roulette Records. I haven't played this one in a while. I usually play the flip, which is the ballad. This is the up-tempo side, April 1966, originally on Sonic Records. But this features Cleveland Butch Martin on lead. The Rhythm Rascals is the name of the group. This is on the Roulette label. The second label, it's called Girl by My Side, the Rhythm Rascals.
Baby, I need you. Baby, I love you. Baby, I want you. By my side. I'm so weary, and I'm so doggone tired. Since you took it through your eyes, sweet love, out in the fire. I need it badly. I take it gladly. Girl by my side. Whenever I try to sleep, while I'm thinking about you, hoping and praying, my darling, that I love. Yes, I love to start anew. Can't you see that you got a love on a witness stand? And you can be the judge and the jury. Just give me one more chance. I'm weary, and I'm so tired. Since you took me through our sweet love, honey, out in the fire, yeah. I need love. I need it badly. I need love. I think about me. I need love. Girl by my side. Can't you hear me calling, baby? I'm calling your name, honey. I holler, baby, 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 baby. Can't you hear me call your sweet name, baby, baby, my baby? Don't you know, baby?
There you go, the Rhythm Rascals there. Rhythm Rascals from April 66. Yeah, that first came out on the Sonic label, get picked up by Morris Levy's Roulette Records. That's how I featured this one here. That is with the Cleveland Butch Martin on lead. A Girl by My Side is the name of the tune. Let's fill a request for listener Bill Olben, New Jersey. We go back out to the West Coast. To this label, Bob Geddison's Geddison label, which was out of Oakland, California, and he, the label owner, wrote and produced this song, and it's by Ella Thomas. Ella Thomas and the Starlets. This is a little bluesy tune here from February 62. This is for Bill Old, Ella Thomas, and the Starlets. It's called I'm a Stranger. This is for Bill.
I'm as lonely as I can be. Oh, I'm as lonely as I can be. Sometimes I wonder what's gonna become of me. I'm a stranger here, just passing through your town. I'm a stranger here, just passing through your town. Just because I'm a stranger, everybody's trying to dog me around.
There you go. That's out of California there. That's going out to listener Bill Old. That's the sound of Ella Thomas and the Starlets, February 62 release on the Gettisons record label. I'm a Stranger is the name of the tune. Nobody's a stranger when you're in Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure show, so thank you all for being here. We are in a little bit of Vinyl Treasure overtime here, so we'll play just a couple more records here before we sign off. And here is a B-side here. This next singer from Washington, D.C. I feature him quite often here on the All 60s edition. First recording for Chess Records back in 1956 with a song called Billy's Blues. But he returned to Chess in 1962, had 19 releases on the Chess record label. This is the B-side to his 8th. I know you know the tune I Do Love You. Well, let's flip it over here. This is the flip side here. He was known as the Fat Man. His name is Billy Stewart. Billy Stewart from February 1965 on Chess Records. The song is called Keep Lovin'.
Reach a golden light. Before long, you will be my wife. We've chose each other out of all the rest, and we passed the jealousy test. But we gotta keep loving, hey, pretty baby, keep loving. Oh, I just wanna tell you right now, at times we were glad, and at times we were mad. Tempting, and other guys tried, but their beauty and sweet talk all died. Still we gotta keep loving, right, baby, keep loving, oh yeah. Keep loving, yeah baby. Loving, whoa,
That's a great sound of Billy Stewart. That is a B-side. The A-side, I Do Love You, a great hit. Great tune, great two-sided 45. Billy Stewart there from February 1965. It's on Leonard Chess's Chess record label, Keep Lovin', another terror of demise for Billy Stewart. I think him and his some of his members of his band went off the bridge. I forget where it was. To their death. Terrible, terrible thing. I think it was 1970 that it happened. There's some questions about how that happened there. I saw it was actually pretty cool. There was it was on PBS, I think. They did a whole thing on Billy Stewart. Very interesting. He's got a great record from 1957, Baby, You're My Only Love. What a great record that is from 57 with the Marquis backing him up. With Marvin Gaye was a member of that Marquis band. But anyway, I digress. That's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to these cool soul 45s out of my collection. If you have a request, you want to get in touch with your disc jockey, send me an email at vinyltreasures@aol.com. It is always fun for me to play these records here on a Wednesday evening, as this is really the only time I get to enjoy my records, when I play them for you, the listeners. So thank you all for being here this evening. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you're new to the program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I have 2,179. I want to make it 2,180. I need one more subscriber to push me over the top there. That would be cool. But again, thank you all for being here this evening. Thank you, Charlene, again for all your help. I'll be back on Saturday night beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I play the records on Saturday night by year. So when you make your request, if it's 1957, it's going to be in the 1957 block, and so on. So I end up in 63 sometime, usually 63 with all those. But again, it's vocal group harmony. It's not going to be the soul. If you like the soul show, you got to tune into this Wednesday night show. But I'm not on tomorrow. That'll be next Thursday. So thank you all for being here. Well, hopefully you'll have a safe and happy Halloween. Don't eat too much candy. Although I would love to have a Three Musketeers bar. I love Three Musketeers, but I can't. I'm on the diet. But our closer tonight. So last week, a Busta Bass mentioned it. You know, they shut down my show in real time. They blocked it. So later on in the evening, well, I should say in the early morning, I get the notification, your show is blocked. I'm like, what the hell? The show is blocked for what? I mean, I know they blocked it. It was for the first record I played. It was for Doris Troy's Just One Look. So inadvertently, I removed an Intruders record. So I told George Chestnut, I said, well, George, I'll play this record again for you, because I think he said it was his mother's favorite, one of his mother's favorite songs. So I guess George will play. I think that's what you told me, George. But so we're going to play it especially for George Chestnut. So I accidentally removed it. So it resaves over, so the chat disappears, and then I found out that it was Just One Look. Don't get me riled up with the artificial intelligence. But anyway, so our closer tonight is for George Chestnut, this group from Philadelphia. They signed with Leon Huff and Kenny Gamble's Gamble label. Had 24 releases on the label through 1974. This is their 7th release. It features Sam Little Sonny Brown on lead. This was a big number 11 record on WDAS in Philadelphia. Our closer tonight is for listener George Chestnut, August 68. The Intruders on Gamble. Friends no more, but that's not the case. We'll always be friends here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. So thank you all for being here. Thank you again. And I hope to see you next time right here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Just want to say, everybody, so long for George.